Good morning, doctors. Welcome again. This is Pharmacology MCQs clinical based part 1. Each part contains subject wise 10 MCQs. What is the most common adverse effect experienced by women taking progesterone only pill? Irregular vaginal bleeding, acne, mood swings, reduced libido, weight gain. A woman who is taking progesterone only pill, the most common side effect is irregular vaginal bleeding. So hope it's clear now. Yeah. Which one of the following drug most likely to cause impaired glucose tolerance? Benzafibrate, simvastatin, nicotinic acid, cholestyramine, gemfibrozil. So the best answer for this question is nicotinic acid causes impaired glucose. Glycemic control in diabetes may be worsened by nicotinic acid. Now, what is the most appropriate time to take blood sample for therapeutic monitoring of cyclosporine levels? 6 hours after last dose, immediately before next dose, and any time 12 hours after last dose, 4 hours after last dose. So the best answer here is immediately before next dose. Let's discuss. Yeah. Which one of the following adrenoreceptors cause vasoconstriction and relaxation of GI muscle in response to sympathetic stimulation? That is due to vasoconstriction and relaxation of GI muscle in response to sympathetic stimulation of alpha 1. Now, 65-year-old man presents to the emergency department with lethargy and leg swelling. Initial blood shows sodium 138, potassium 5.6, urea 19.3, high, potassium high, creatinine is on higher side. His renal function 6 months ago was normal. Which one of his regular medication is it important to stop straight away? Ibuprofen, warfarin, paracetamol, diazepam, atenolol. So NSAIDs are in the nephrotoxic, so need to stop ibuprofen immediately. NSAIDs such as ibuprofen can significantly worsen renal impairment and must be avoided in a patient with acute kidney injury or chronic kidney disease, whereas the paracetamol is contraindicated in liver failure. It is hepatotoxic but safe in renal failure. Okay. Doxorubicin is even I deliver a lecture completely about alpha blockers. So doxorubicin is a alpha 1 antagonist, non-selective alpha antagonist, alpha 2 agonist, alpha 2 antagonist. So the best answer here is doxorubicin is a alpha 1 antagonist which is used to treat hypertension with BPH. Doxorubicin is alpha 1 adrenoreceptor antagonist used in treatment of hypertension and benign prostatic hypertrophy. Okay. 58-year-old man presents to the ophthalmology with deteriorating vision. He reports a 6-month history of gradually worsening blurred vision. His past medical history includes a history of ventricular tachycardia, angina, hypertension, hypercholesterolemia, type 2 diabetes mellitus, and recent malaria. Slit lamp examination reveals bilateral diffuse corneal opacity What is the most likely medication to have caused this clinical picture? Ethambutol, aspirin, bisoprolol, amiodarone, and chloroquine. Ethambutol causes what? Amiodarone causes optic opacities. Okay, and let's discuss each and every question together. Amiodarone is the only medication from the option to be known to cause corneal opacification. Aspirin and bisoprolol are not known to cause corneal opacification. Ethambutol can cause optic neuritis, but corneal opacification is unusual. Chloroquine can cause retinopathy, but corneal opacification is unusual. Which one of the following features is least associated with ecstasy poisoning? Rhabdomyolysis, hyperthermia, ataxia, hypertension, or hypernatremia. So answer here is hypernatremia. Ecstasy is thought to stimulate the production of antidiuretic hormone. Users of ecstasy also commonly drinks too much water in the mistaken belief that this will protect them from the adverse effect. Of the following, which one is the most useful prognostic marker in